What's up, everyone? It's Joel Punish Paintball. We've got Doug with us today. We are doing another comparison video for you guys. We have the brand new Eclipse LV2, and we've got an HK Army Shocker amp. We're going to be comparing the two, some of the features, and then we're going to go out and shoot both of them for you. Give you guys a little comparison shooting video, and give you guys our insight on which one we think is better. If you guys like this video, please subscribe. We'll see you guys after the intro.
And after you use the link in the description to purchase either one of these bad boys.
Doug, you
I
like shockers. Why don't you talk about the shocker?
Okay. It's shockingly good.
Wow.
So as you'll see here, packaging uber simple. No box. No plastic slip. Or
Yeah, you already know I'm going to say it.
You gonna throw it again?
All right.
This is really just like a carbon composite kind of case. It's pretty malleable, pretty soft. Kind of pales in comparison to what's inside this nice marketing box for Planet Eclipse.
All right, so we got a box here. There's a paintball gun inside. We're going to open it up. Got the LV2. Once again,
Toss.
just a waste, honestly. So guys, Planet Eclipse LV2 does come with this really nice case. It is aluminum. It's got this like outer coating here, which is really nice. It does have a handle, which is new for Planet Eclipse.
Not new for Shocker. We've been on that for years.
Yep, Shocker and DLX also have the carry handle, but this is new marketing scheme for Planet Eclipse. Every other Planet Eclipse gun has not had this packaging. This is brand new for Planet Eclipse, which is really nice. I'm going to open it up. Usually, this is when it comes brand new. You are going to have this like elastic strap.
This is Joel's personal, so he's been.
I've been using it, yeah. This rubber sleeve and this kind of like inner
Nice little divider.
divider. Yeah, thank you. That's going to separate everything. Doug, what do you got?
Also have a divider, so we have a startup manual on this side, barrel sleeve, all that. Wrenches are hiding in here, parts kit, and your lube are all right here with your barrels. One downside, it's only really meant to fit your barrel, your back, and your initial insert that it comes with, but it does also have the divider.
One thing that you can do, just real quick, Doug, one thing that you can do is if you have extra Freak XL inserts, is you can actually put it in between there.
Okay.
The case will
close over top of it. Got it.
Just as a heads up.
I've not personally tried that. I'm an owner of the actual full kit with its own case, so I haven't had to really mess with that too much. But that's good to know as well. It's a good little pro tip.
Yep.
I do like, though, that with yours it comes with actual dedicated spots for it, so you don't have to get too creative like that.
Yep, so on my side, I've got the S63 barrel system. It is going to come with 2 inserts, which is nice.
As opposed to 1.
As compared to 1. So it's your 3-piece barrel system. You got your barrel cover, your parts kit, and your manual. So full color manual here.
I will submit it is a much better manual than what comes with this. This is just really a startup kit. Yeah. You can find other things online as well, but just for what's in the box.
Correct.
Not ideal.
So this is really nice, and the nice part is if you want extra inserts for your S63 barrel system that comes with the LV2, you have 2 extra slips. So 1 insert, 2 inserts. You can fit 4 total inserts that have actual designated spots.
So as far as the gun side, it's really only the gun on this side for the HK amp, and I will also note that on the HK edition amp, you do get the stamping on the inside of the HK logo. Kind of cool little touch.
It is.
But the guns themselves, right here. Sorry, this is also on our. This is from our event. This is an event tag.
We just got back from an event, guys. So yeah.
Just grab this barrel, get it set up.
So packaging wise, Doug, which one are you leaning towards?
Unfortunately, I'm gonna have to go against my usual Shocker choice. It really, Planet Eclipse did a nice job with this.
They did. So price wise, guys, before we get too far into this, seeing as though we're talking about, we're going to start comparing these two, is the LV2 is going to come in at $1,600, so $1,599.99, 95, whatever, $1,600. You're going to actually have 2 price brackets for the HK Shocker amp. Base colors, so just like color without a splash, is going to run you $1,200, and then the splash colors is going to be $1,350. So there is definitely a few $100 price difference between the LV2 and the Shocker amp.
Yes, even at the more premium price of the cool colors, and I mean these splashes are really nice. These
really
are super
nice.
Sick.
Yes.
But here, I'll get these cases out of the way.
Yep.
Put these on the floor for a moment.
All right, Doug. So features-wise, let's get into it real quick. So, well, let's talk about what's different about the HK shock ramp first. So there's a few differences.
Yeah. So for me the biggest thing is the foregrip and the ASA. The ASA is a lever system on the HK amp as opposed to the regular amp, and then the foregrip, it's extended a little bit, it's way fatter, it doesn't come with any kind of soft grip on top of it. So those are the biggest like functional differences. There is also an extra lip on the bottom here for where the barrel gets screwed in, different plate on the back of this here, and then obviously the milling and the anodizing are all different as well. And the trigger is also different, and trigger guard.
And the eye covers are going to be a latch mechanism.
That's right,
so
these
they're
are toolless.
Yep, so that is definitely nice. If you're buying that compared to the regular shocker is not going to be toolless for the eye covers, but the HK shocker ramp is going to be toolless.
Very true. Very good.
That is nice. That is really nice feature-wise on this. Well, let's talk about barrels before we get into the features of the two.
So you have the classic Freak barrel, now the Freak XL, but still the same style as the Freak that started it all, and then something kind of similar over there on your LV2.
Yeah, it is a little bit similar. They're both 3-piece barrel systems, and the reason why we're laughing is because they are really similar. This is the Freak insert. Yeah, funny. Anyways, point being is that they are both really good barrel systems. I'm gonna probably choose this new S63 barrel system.
Is it because it's more customizable with the FL sleeve?
Yes. So the FL sleeve, you can adjust the colors on that, which is nice to really crank it down. I just feel like this is a really cool design.
You know what I want to know?
But they're both like...
I want to know which barrel is heavier.
All right, let's wait.
I'm going to need your eyes because I can't really see over top of it.
Okay. All right, so 3.7 ounces and 3.3 ounces. So this is actually lighter too, which is kind of interesting.
That was actually kind of what I suspected.
Yeah. So overall, I think that I like this barrel system a little bit more. The problem is that the availability of extra inserts for your Freak barrel system right now is going to be much better.
Do you think they'll build out
S63.
a more full spectrum
They
of
will.
insert sizes?
Yeah, they will. But it's the what it looks like is the insert sizes is not going to be as many as with the Freak XL. So that's another thing to note is like the extra inserts. You're probably only going to have 4 options with Planet Eclipse, whereas you're going to have like 8 or 9 options with the inserts.
You get a lot of
XL.
variety for your paint to bore matching, which we do have a video on that as well, I believe.
Yes.
And if we do, if I'm correct, I'm going to link it up in the top.
All right, so ergonomically, let's talk about build quality first. So build quality, HK shocker ramp, what do you think?
This thing feels like a tank.
Yeah,
I don't see this being a problem. Yeah, I really don't see this being a problem. Plus, I always just view the spool valve guns with like just the all internal operating systems as inherently more like solid, more reliable. There's just there's fewer variables for something to go wrong, in my opinion. But yeah, dude, I don't think you're gonna have an issue with build quality with this at all.
The only thing that I've had with the shockers is I've had a few shockers, not many, and we're talking hundreds of shockers, but probably like 2 or 3 where either the board was bad or the eyes were bad or whatever the case may be. Minor issues, and shocker was quick to make it right with us. But for the most part, very, very reliable and everything else like that. Planet Eclipse, you are going to have full cables and everything. Like this is touchless.
Yeah, this is entire. This is once you get. First of all, also this is a half toolless disassembly. Only one screw, and the rest of this comes out like a hinge. But then once you do get it apart, there are no wires that you can pinch in the middle for the eye system and connecting the board. So that's a huge advantage in my opinion for maintenance. Way quicker than this guy.
So like when it comes to that, like field stripping and all that stuff, it's going to be similar because with this you're going to be able to take it apart and access your 9-volt and be able to take the rammer out and all that stuff and toolless eye covers.
I'm realizing so they match on toolless eye covers, toolless grips, not toolless grips. However, half toolless body disassembly, not at all toolless body disassembly. So I don't know, between the two of those they'll probably average out to be just as annoying as each other.
Yeah, so toolless eye covers on this, toolless eye covers on that, toolless 9-volt on this,
versus
not
tooled 9-volt.
Yes, so that is definitely one feature. Tunability wise, definitely more tunable.
Tunability.
You've got LPR here, and you've got your solenoid, so you can actually adjust the forward stroke and the backward stroke how quick it is. So that is nice if you want higher rates of fire. You can do that. It's going to be snappier. Or you can also tune it if you want like a really slow, smooth shot. You can adjust that with LV2.
Yep.
HK shocker amp, you're just going to have.
It just kind of is what you get.
It is what it is.
I wouldn't recommend messing with like dwell settings and shit like that. Like
Yeah.
a lot of most of these guns now are just you take it out of the box and shoot it.
Yep. So toolless eye covers on this. That's a latch mechanism. With this one, you're just going to. You have to take the grips off, whereas that you don't. So it's definitely a little bit more convenient.
I've never even tried to get one of those.
It's like the Lux. So the latch goes forward, and you just kind of push the front of it, and it pops off.
You know what?
So
I'm not doing that on this video because I will embarrass myself.
Here, let me show you real quick.
I don't have a toolless gun.
Doug's got the regular. So this latch goes forward. This pops forward.
Oh, so you just had to really push it in. Gotcha.
Yep. You push the forward part of the eye cover, and then push the latch, and then boom. Whoops. You gotta pop it back in. I think the
You get stuck forward.
the eye just came out of place.
Oh, okay.
Yep. There we go. Boom, boom.
Look at
Done.
that.
So that is really nice. Whereas like with this, you gotta take the grips off.
I would say that's even quicker actually to get to this and clean it.
Yeah. All right, Doug. So next, let's talk about ASAs. So you touched on the fact that that's a lever system,
as opposed to with the standard shocker amp, it's a twist knob. This is the lever. I actually prefer this. Joel cannot stand lever ASA guns because I can't put it straight down. I'm sorry. When do you ever put your gun down like this while the air is off? When we're at the field and you put your gun down and lean it up against something, the air is on.
True.
I don't understand the complaint. But this compared to the pops, to me it's a wash. They both work. They're both fine. I know people really like the psst when you pop the ASA off on those, but it's a wash for me.
Okay. All right.
For me, I don't know what Joel thinks.
I think ASA wise, I think that this probably wins just a little bit, strictly for the fact that it's just easy. Boom, boom, done. It purges the air. That doesn't purge the air. You have to turn
You have to twist this.
turn that. So, but overall, guys, like it's not a big difference. But I'm probably gonna choose this one, whereas like you're neutral.
I am pretty neutral on that. I don't have a lot of complaints like some of the keyboard warriors out there. But next up.
All right. So overall ergonomics on both these guys. What do you think?
You are comparing two pretty different things, but I will say I am partial to this because this fits my hands way better. I'm about 5'8". Hands are average to maybe slightly larger than average for somebody my height, but I can really wrap into this thing very well. It's not a big gun at all, especially the foregrip, and I am known to like a smaller foregrip, but this is about as big as I would like it and still actually enjoy it because you can really get into this.
Yeah,
it is.
The way they cut it.
It's fatter down here,
well.
and then it's just meant to get your pointer finger up in here at the top. So this is an excellent feel of the gun. Personally, I have no complaints whatsoever with this. I think on a handling spectrum, I would struggle a little with the LV2 just because it is such a bigger gun, and it's a stack tube as well. I'm not used to aiming that way, but simplicity and fitting people who are, the majority of people I'd say in paintball are not very big. I think the HK amp takes it. I think it's going to be more accessible to more people to play with this thing.
Yeah, I'd agree. Ergonomically, I actually like the HK shocker amp better. The other thing too is it's going to be lighter weight. Let's weigh them real quick, but just to confirm, but I'm almost positive. All right, guys, so first up we have the LV2, 2 pounds, 2 ounces.
Okay, and then there's also is a battery in this bad boy. We are at
1 pound, 15 ounces, 14.9 ounces. So yeah, so big difference there. Doug, to your point, ergonomically, like this feels good for me because I'm a bigger guy.
Right.
But overall though, I really like how that feels. I like having metal too.
Yes, not this,
Yeah, and you had mentioned with the LV2 that you didn't like how thick this is.
How long it is, from front to back here. That is not even close on
it's
here.
Not
this
even
is way,
close.
like, I can almost get fingers to touch my palm.
Yep.
Wrapping this, so.
So yeah, I would also agree with you. Ergonomically, I think that I like that better.
Yes, you can definitely handle this a little bit, with a little more, shall we say, vigor. A little, I don't know. Using big words today. A little more accuracy. I'm trying to point this thing around at people. Act like I know how to use paintball now.
All right. So I think the last two things that we need to talk about is going to be the electronics as well as overall like function of the gun. So electronics, guys.
Way more simplistic. There's a reason this is a cheaper gun as far as premium feature goes. This is way more simplistic.
Okay. So Doug, you like the way that the Shocker OLED screen works and all that stuff. So yeah, guys, it's just one power button. To adjust the settings, you're going to pull the trigger and
and then turn it on, and then you're in your programming mode.
Yep. So very simple. LED or OLED screen on it's pretty nice. It's a little bit higher resolution compared to like older Planet Eclipse markers. They overhauled the Planet Eclipse LV2 as far as the OLED screen goes on it, and they also put an LED flashing light, which this does. The Shocker also has that. So with the LV2, you are going to have that similar feature on that. I'm probably electronically going to choose, once again, I'm probably still going to choose this just because it's got 3 buttons. So it's got an up button, a middle button, and a down button. So you double click the middle button to turn it on, and then you can actually change your settings by going up and down. Whereas like with this, you actually use the trigger to adjust your settings.
You just have to cycle through everything.
Yeah, so I think like having the extra buttons for me is always a little bit nicer, and like you can really get into some like really in-depth tuning on this as compared to the Shocker. It's a little bit more simplistic as far as what you can adjust and what you can't adjust.
Yep, this is another standard case of take it out of the box and shoot it versus Tinker Toy.
Yeah, for sure. So on to that subject, we've got the spool valve there. We've got a poppet valve here. You've got an LPR on this, whereas that, it's just the bolt system. You can't really do much to it.
Nope.
With this, you can adjust your LPR. You can put the heavy rammer in it, which is going to make for a smoother shot, or the light rammer for higher rates of fire, but it's going to be a little bit of a snappier shot. It does come stock with the heavy rammer in it, but you can also do the light rammer, and then you're just going to twist this out, the rammer cap at the back. You can keep it finger tight, or it also has an Allen key. You're going to pop the bolt system out, and then your rammer is just going to pop out like that. And then just drop some oil on this. With that, you're just going to put some Dow 33 lube on it.
You want to take it apart and actually get inside of it, but for the most part, that'll do it.
Yeah. So ease of maintenance, like I would say that they're relatively close. Functionality-wise, they work different. It's going to be kind of dependent. But two things that I'd like to mention is that's more efficient, and you also have a mech frame capabilities.
I was just going to bring up the mech frame. Yep. That's if you want to go play some classic 10-man or play the 7-man mounds and all that. With that, you'd have to limit your gun to 5.5 BPS. With this, you can rip all day with the CC frame, the mechanical trigger, and I've seen some dudes fly with those things. So, for mech, you might be at a better advantage using a Shocker, but
yeah, definitely.
That's a huge side of paintball too. That's been coming back, so I would say that should weigh pretty heavily on your decision.
Yeah,
but
overall, like if you're gonna play mech at all, guys, go with the Shocker. Yep. Whereas like if you're only playing electronic, then maybe the LV2 is that. But like the feature on that is the mech frame, the toolless eye covers. Like the fact that you can change your battery on this is super nice to me.
With toollessly change your battery.
Change your battery, whereas like with that you're going to need screws.
I do think that one of the biggest draws to the LV platform over the Shocker, if we're talking just electronic, is how tunable it is, both from mechanically like working with like the cam and lever system, and from how much deeper you can go into the settings, like in the electronics of the gun. Yeah. This is extremely simplistic. So I think that does justify the price difference as far as you get way more bells and whistles, way more premium features on the LV2. Versus if you're looking for something a little more simple and don't want to drop quite as much coin, because you will still drop quite a bit to get one of these. But man, for how exclusive these are, it's still quite worth it, I think.
So Doug, if you had to choose one, now that we've talked about the features and that's more efficient, but I think I don't know, it's kind of a change, right? Because feature, to your point, like there's more tunability here. It's a larger gun. Mm-hmm. The packaging and the build quality and all that stuff is there.
Yep.
But if you want something plug and play in the custom, like in the cool colors of the HK Shocker and ergonomics, it feels great in the hands. It's lighter weight. So for smaller people, it's going to be nice. I don't know. What do you think? Which one are you going to choose?
I did really like the LV2, like the couple times that I've gotten to shoot it now. But man, I'm probably going to have to go with the fact that I feel like I can beat up a Shocker way more than an LV, so I'm still going to go with a Shocker, personally.
Okay. Yep. Okay. And it's also cheaper.
Yes, as I said.
You're spending less money.
That leaves more money in my pocket, so I can buy more paint and shoot Joel more. So.
and it's more efficient. So you're like,
I have more paint to shoot you with then in one point.
it's okay.
Just
With my
walking off the field.
LV2, I'm gonna shoot more ball on balls, and I'm only gonna need 5 balls.
He's gonna lob shot at me, just drop him over the snake beam while I'm trying to chill in snake.
Yeah,
team.
right, exactly. Guys, I don't know, man. This is really hard for me. Like the price difference, $400 extra for the LV2 for base color, or $250 more
For a
the
super
splash.
custom premium color.
Yeah,
Like,
and we definitely chose the hottest splash there
yeah,
is.
this is pretty dope. I think it's gonna come down to how it feels to shoot. So you want to take it to your house and shoot it?
Yeah. To make my final decision, guys, let's take it to the house.
All right, we'll see you there.
All right.
All right, guys. We're Joel's. We're gonna shoot some paintball guns today. So we were talking about the LV2 here from Planet Eclipse versus the HK Army Shocker amp. We're gonna be shooting some GI Sports 4-star here. This nice fluorescent orange. We do have our chrono here. We're gonna be seeing where these guns are at. They'll probably be right around the same range of like 280-ish. I'm thinking 290. So first we'll start with the LV. For some chrono action. Turn this bad boy on. Ready there, boss?
Mm-hmm.
280, 270, 280 again. We'll do 3. And then I'll turn this off, grab the shocker. Cool.
Both shooting 689 inserts. Output
Yes,
pressure is
sir.
both 500.
Yep, both low pressure tanks here.
4-star.
Let's grab my chrono. Alrighty, ready?
Yep.
290, 270, 270, 285. For me, that's close enough. I'm not gonna be that particular about it. Close enough. Same paint, same barrel, same bore. All right, let's give these bad boys a shot. I'm gonna rip some shots here. I'll let Joel take a spin as well if he wants, but HK Shocker amp. Thing's like a machine gun. Just feels really good and consistent in my hands. And then we'll go to the LV here. A little side by side. Back to life. All right. Ready, boss?
Yep.
Man, that wind. That's nuts, man.
The wind's crazy today, Doug.
It is, but I'm just even saying just the way these things shoot. You want to take it? You want to take a stab at it before
Sure.
we talk about it?
Sure. I'm super excited. I just can't hide it.
Swap action.
All right.
There he goes.
Let the human turret shoot
He's gonna dual wield.
with my boots on. All right, guys. So we have the HK Shocker. It's definitely a lot louder, but I feel like the Shocker definitely breaks in. Within the first, 5 cases, I would say Shockers break in.
Okay.
So the fact that this is brand new, I think that's partially why it seems a lot louder, but still shooting really good. Definitely really accurate. We got the LV2. Definitely quieter. Just destroying that tree.
Look at that. So orange. Out of paint?
Out of paint on both. All right. So on my personal opinion too is the LV2. The LV2 is definitely smoother. Efficiency-wise, the HK Shocker amp, as we had already mentioned in the comparison portion, definitely is more efficient. They both handle 4-star excellently, so I'm not worried about that. Accuracy, I'd say it was close. I think maybe the LV2 was a little bit more accurate.
As far as ball-on-ball accuracy, I didn't really notice the difference. It's just the feel and the trajectory of the shot is different, but that's just the nature of having 2 different products.
Yeah.
I'd say just as accurate, though.
But they both shot really good. I don't think you can go wrong one way or another.
Yep.
But I would say overall, I'm probably going to pick the LV2 between the two.
Right.
Just because it does seem like a little bit smoother, a little bit quieter than the Shocker amp. Shocker amp does feel great in the hands. It's super efficient, and if you want mech capabilities, Shocker amp's definitely the way to go, HK shocker amp.
Yep.
But yeah, what do you think, Doug?
I think I would go for, between these two, while I do love the shot of the LV2, I think I'm gonna go for the amp just because it does fit my hands that much better. Like the ergonomics are really what sold me on it because I have 5'8" sized hands.
Yep.
But yeah, man, there is absolutely nothing wrong with the LV2, and if you have the disposable income, absolutely get one and check it out. Like it is worth the money. Just for me, for what would actually fit in my hands realistically, I would actually go with the shocker.
There you guys have it. If you guys are interested in either one of these, pick them up at punisherspb.com.
Use a link in the description, and we'll see you next time.
See ya.
I'm so free.